This is the Detroit Sports Podcast Network.
Look no further. I have your complete 7-round mock draft for the Hindsight 20 podcast. Let's get to it. Mallory here for the Hindsight 20 podcast. It's a special edition. It's the eve of the NFL draft, the night before. I'm excited, you're excited, and there's probably 1.3 million mock drafts going all around. Well, I'm here to give you mine. It's the one you're going to sign, seal, and deliver. I've already tooted my horn a time or two or 10. Last few years, I've gotten at least one pick right for the Detroit Lions. We're hoping to do the same. The routine is the usual routine. We'll start from the last pick, build up that suspense, and work our way up to the first round. So let's get right into it. Won't be a long show today. We're going to give you the 7 picks, let you digest it, and get out of here. So starting in the 7th round, pick number 250, it's the Detroit Lions picking up a young quarterback, a signal caller, Trevor Knight from Texas A&M. Bob Quinn says it's a good strategy to pick up a quarterback in every draft. We currently have 2 on the roster. More than likely, a veteran may come in. When you've got Jake Rudock being your backup, you probably want somebody in there with NFL experience. However, that does not mean that another rookie could get in there, can push for that 3rd spot. At the very least, he can be on the practice squad. Trevor Knight, in his senior year, didn't do a ton. We already know that there's someone a little bit better than him passing that ball around there in the state of Texas. However, he showed extreme amount of confidence and leadership in the combine interviews, and we know how much that is a plus for the Detroit Lions. They take a gamble on a guy that showed that not only can he be a good leader, he has the potential of being a mobile quarterback, an element that's not on the team as currently designed. In the 6th round, we have 2 picks. We're going to start with pick number 215 first. It's the big man, Vincent Taylor from Oklahoma State. I've talked about him a time or two. You already know that I love the guy. If he falls this far, the Lions better pick him up. A 3-tech defensive tackle. It's very rare in this draft. Not a ton of guys that are noted for going after the quarterback, but he's one of them. So with that pick, they run to the podium. They say, here's someone that we would have been comfortable going as high as the 5th round for. We looked at other needs. He was still there. It's a no-brainer pick. Vincent Taylor, defensive tackle, Oklahoma State. We're going to get a little local flavor going on with the 6th round pick number 205. They're going to address some of their needs for another receiver, and they pick up the man from Michigan, Jehu Chesson. Now, Jehu is, he doesn't have a ton of stats, but guess what he does have? Measurables. He's got size, 6'3". He's got speed, 4.44, 40. I'm not stuttering. No, he's actually that fast. In the 6th round, you're looking for projects. You're looking for guys that can fight for a roster spot, and he'll do just that. We've got Golden Tate, Marvin Jones, and after that, it's a lot of question marks. Jace Billingsley, Jay Lee, TJ Jones, the list goes on and on. You throw Jehu right in that mix, and he'll be someone that can potentially compete for a spot. 5th round pick, number 165. Man, no one saw this guy falling so far. It's Caleb Brantley, the big man, the defensive tackle from Florida. Simply put, the Lions showed some interest. They interviewed him early. They liked what he could do. The potential, more so than what we actually saw, the big man there in Florida. And we already know that his fall was precipitous, dropping round after round after round. There was questions about his attitude, his demeanor, and then there was the issues that kept surfacing. We've seen so many things of sexual harassment and domestic violence, domestic abuse. Well, unfortunately, he's part of that crowd, that domestic abuse crowd, and a guy that was at one point considered a 1st rounder, then kind of like a 2nd rounder, dropping all the way to the 5th round. They'll take a flyer on him. They're not doing that no-nonsense stance this year. They realize Bob Quinn does kind of put his foot in his mouth when he said he would absolutely not pick anyone with those type of issues, absolutely not sign anyone with those type of issues. But not only did he learn from his mistake this year, not saying that, opened up the possibility of drafting a Joe Mixon and now Caleb Brantley. He's actually going to do just what he said he was open to doing, bringing in big Caleb Brantley, defensive tackle from Florida. 4th round pick, number 128. It's tight end Michael Roberts. This is the Jerry Mallory guarantee pick. All right. If I'm putting my name, my confidence, I'm putting everything in terms of being a prognosticator on the line, it's Michael Roberts being a Detroit Lion. The fit makes too much sense. He has a complementary assets to Eric Ebron instead of an Eric Ebron clone. I think they're going to sign him to a long-term deal, this being Eric Ebron. So you want a guy, second guy that's kind of complementary, someone that's big, that can block, but they also have good hands and will use as an inline blocker to the advantage in the run game, but also advantage when his size. When he went one-on-one against guys watching some of those Senior Bowl practices, this is a big guy that knows how to use that big frame and those big hands. The Lions have shown interest. It comes to fruition, and they bring in Michael Roberts, tight end from Toledo. Third round pick, moving right along, number 85, D'Onta Foreman from Texas. Now, he has his issues, not known as the best blocker, but guess what? The Lions secretly have a crush on this guy. If you watch some of the highlights, if you watch Texas, you kind of know why. Okay, fine. He's not the best blocker, but he's one dangerous runner. Specifically out of the shotgun. Well, the Lions like to run out of the shotgun quite a bit. He's big, he has some power, and for a big man, some decent breakaway speed, becoming one of the best. And this is a prolific school in terms of running backs. You know, you got Ricky Williams, you got Jamal Charles, D'Onta Foreman, arguably one of the best. I can't put him over Pretty Ricky, but he's arguably one of the best Texas running backs in the history of the school. The stats say so, as well as the game film, and it's a history of just tremendous running backs that actually produce on the next level. D'Onta Foreman hoping to be just that, a good compliment to Amir Abdullah, and heck, maybe even one day still in the spotlight. Now, second round, pick number 53, it's Derek Rivers from Youngstown State. Derek Rivers fits the bill, athletic, to a T, that the Lions are looking for, okay? He's fast, he's agile, and he has the stats. Now, you may say the competition wasn't as good as you like, but the moves and the speed and the football skills do not lie. The Lions have been sniffing around this guy for quite some time. It's not a smokescreen. It's a legit love affair they have with him. He's sitting there, second round. It's a loaded draft, all right? In most years, he'd be gone late first, early second, but it's a loaded draft. He falls to the second round in pick number 53. And now, it's the pick we've all been waiting for. So many options, so many needs, so much talent, and we've gone full circle. This guy was mentioned at the beginning of most mock drafts after the season ended because the linebacker spot was viewed as one of, if not the weakest unit on the Detroit Lions team. His stock started to fall. People worried about the injuries. People worried about, how would his fit be at the next level. And then he had his pro day. And the athleticism was better than we thought. And everything he did kind of solidified what he did at Florida. I'm talking about outside linebacker Jarrad Davis. He can cover. He can tackle. He's smart, he's fast, he's athletic. He's more athletically gifted than we even thought. From a guy that was a first-round potential guy to kind of slide into the second. You saw that pro day, right back into the first. Jarrad Davis' stock is rising, it's rising, it's rising. I think if this draft took place like in the future, maybe not tomorrow, but like 2 weeks from now, he could be a top 15 pick. People are starting to realize what this guy can actually do. And the things he did at Florida was no fluke. The Lions jump all over it. Pick number 21 in the first round, Jarrad Davis. So let's recap. You've got in the first round, and this is a pretty good draft. They went defense, with a little bit of sprinkle of offense here and there. First round, Jarrad Davis. Second round, Derek Rivers. Round 3, D'Onta Foreman. Round 4, Michael Roberts. Round 5, Caleb Brantley. Round 6, Jehu Chesson. Round 6, Vincent Taylor. And round 7, Trevor Knight. There you have it, guys. I'm putting my stock on the line. I'm looking at these 8 guys, and I have supreme confidence that one, if not several, will be Detroit Lions by the end of Thursday night. What do you think? Agree? Disagree? Leave your thoughts in the allocated comment section on Twitter. Of course, I can be found on Twitter at Jerry Mallory NFL right here each and every week and on Pride Detroit. Had the privilege of joining those guys on the Pride Detroit podcast, which you can see on pridedetroit.com. And just so you know, I'll be doing a reaction video to the first round as well as best available players. You can see my lovely face to go along with the lovely voice on privatedetroit.com tomorrow. I want to thank each and every one of you for listening. Happy draft day. When you listen to this, it'll be Thursday, so happy draft day. And until next time, which will be in just a few days, given the Draft Recap Podcast, this has been Jerry Mallory for the Hindsight 20 Podcast.